From the MDR studios in Davenport, Iowa, Quad Cities, you're listening to Minor Disturbance Radio. About all things that rock and some that suck. See, I get stuck all the time at work with like old 70s sitcom music, like Three's Company.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come and knock on a door. And I'll be trying to do my job and I'm singing out loud. You know what I mean?
Waiting for you. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Or, Barney Miller.
Like, who wrote that song, though? You know what? I have my wife in the studio with me. She's sitting off to the side. She don't want to be on camera because she's too damn hot. But we were talking. We played the entire Cheers theme song.
Yeah.
One night. And there's like some dark shit in that.
There is, dude.
There's some dark shit in that song. You got your phone?
Yeah. Do some research. You're going to be our research monkey.
Yeah, pull that song up.
Is that the one that while we were...
Right, yes.
But it's kind of like the extra verses to the national anthem or something. It's like nobody fucking knows.
Well, you know the sitcom, and you only hear like one verse of it.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And was it that or the WKRP, or was it Cheers?
No, that's got to be Cheers then.
All right, then do the Cheers.
Do the fucking Cheers.
All right, do the Cheers.
We're going to edit all this bullshit out. You're not going to see any of this fucking bullshit.
Pull up the Cheers song.
We just listened to the whole fucking... There was nothing dark.
Sorry, Travis. I'm a failure, dude.
Jesus.
I'm a failure. I'm no Joe Rogan.
Jogan.
You're just a wannabe.
Come on, man.
I'm trying. I'm getting it.
Ads. You notice that? They've worked ads and everything. I was watching this great video of something on Facebook.
Was there an ad in the middle of it?
Starting soon.
Oh,
like,
fuck.
come on. Okay. Jeez, what happened? Okay, that's not going to happen again. Everybody knows this part.
It's such a great vocal, too. So breathy.
This is the one.
That's the one.
You haven't heard the whole song. Bitch! Chuck Murphy, fuck off. Seriously? What's he doing calling you on your phone?
Exactly. That's my wife.
Hold on. I don't want to miss the good part.
Those nights when you've got no lights, the check is in the mail, and your little angel hung the cat up by its tail. And your third fiance didn't show.
What the fuck?
Your third fiance didn't show. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name.
And they're always glad you came.
Something.
Your troubles are all the same. You want to go
Where everybody knows you're gay.
That's right, dude. That's really what it is.
It gets even darker.
Roll out of bed, Mr. Coffee's dead. The morning's looking bright. And your shrink ran off to Europe and didn't even write.
Hold on.
And your husband wants to be a girl.
No shit, Travis.
Oh, hell.
And your husband wants to be a girl.
Yeah. That's the actual song right there.
Oh, man.
See? Now,
Well, sir,
okay, you can. That's enough.
Sir, you shouldn't have married him if he wanted to change his sex.
I think the next verse is like, you stabbed your wife 5 times, still wouldn't fucking die.
That's right. Right. Yeah. In a sexual rage.
No, man. No, we didn't bring you here to listen to old sitcom music.
Well, they sort of brought us here. Why did you bring us here?
Yeah, we wanted to check in with the 5 or 6 people that watch MDR podcast.
And that, of course, then the 2 or 3 people that like it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, there's probably another 10 that don't like it that watch it.
Still watch it. They just want to be mad. That's cool, though.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
We just got done doing the radio show, and we did all request local songs. Now, see, I don't know if there's one or two things happening here. Either nobody's listened to Minor Disturbance Radio ever, and they have no idea what it's about, or people are just kind of naive about the music business or how music works. Because
I think we're getting fucked by algorithms, man. Listen to this shit.
No, I'm not talking about that.
No, listen to this shit.
Okay, here we go.
My fucking mom and dad came over the weekend. They still hadn't even heard the MDR sessions, and they follow us.
Oh, wow.
And they hadn't even heard. They were like, that Barracuda's amazing. When did you do that? It's like, what?
Like in 75.
Exactly. Yeah. And no, we only fucking posted, shared, fucking handed out flyers, fucking
everybody else
graffiti
like
campaign.
marked it spam.
There's fucking 25 boxcars coming out of Brooklyn that have got fucking Barracuda MDR
Whatever
sessions.
the case, man.
Yeah.
I'm no Joe Rogan, okay?
No, that's true.
And Facebook knows this. And they're just like, you know what, MDR fucked them.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
Anyway, no, what was I getting at? I was trying to say, we did all requests. And so I'm not even talking about the podcast. I'm talking about the radio show, the one that's on 97X. And you can listen to it either on the app or terrestrial radio. Yeah. What's that, right?
Yeah, extraterrestrial. They're like, are you talking about ET?
But anyway, so I asked the listeners, what do you want to hear? And I assume that everybody knows that Minor Disturbance Radio on the radio is all local stuff, or at least Midwest, regional unsigned bands. And people were requesting like Third Rail.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Which is a 80s tribute
cover
band.
Yeah,
or Rolling Thunder, which is an AC/DC tribute band. And I'm not sure if they really meant that or if they're trolling me or what they're doing, but...
There's a lot of confusion surrounding this show in general, I think.
Yeah.
I think it started when you named the show Radio, Minor Disturbance Radio.
And then did a podcast.
Yeah, and it had nothing to fucking do with the radio ever until we started doing 97X.
And then when we started doing 97X, then... we named it Minor Disturbance Video. No,
just totally changed it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just think that if people really mean that and they're like, dude, yeah, you should finally play some Rolling Thunder on MDR. I'm like, how do you want me to do that?
Okay, I could just play some AC/DC. How about that?
We don't even play that on our show.
Real similar. It's real similar shit.
Listen, as long as Minor Disturbance Radio is on 97X, you will never hear an AC/DC song on our show. Not because I hate that band or anything bad about the band.
We've all heard it.
It's just because 97X is kind of notorious for like 1 hour out of the week we get a little break from what is normally programmed.
Yeah, right. Hey, I love those. We're never going to play Boston.
Yeah.
We love Boston. We're never going to play them because if you listen to 97X, you will be hearing Boston.
You know what? That reminds me of something.
What's that?
I think that there's two different types of people.
Okay.
There's people who love the Eagles, and then there's people that are complete douchebags and don't like the Eagles.
Well, they love
opinions,
Creedence.
Man. It's just opinions.
They love Creedence Clearwater Revival. That's.
But I hear people all the time like, can't stand the Eagles. Never understood it.
Fuck, man.
Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Some people thought it was a put on, man. Like they thought that it was like fake country, but not rock, and they were playing it on the rock station, and it was just pop. They painted up in a roots rock country.
I like the Eagles.
Yeah, I like the Eagles too, man. I think they're great.
Yeah. But what I was getting at with the 97X thing is when we do an all request show like that, of course people want to dig real deep and like Butt Lint was requested.
Dude, I'd love to listen to some Butt Lint.
I love all that stuff too, but the thing is I don't even know where I can find recordings of some of that stuff.
Yeah.
So if you listen to the radio show and you request something, send me an MP3
That's the key.
of it.
That's the key, people. If you request something, send a link. Send something because we don't fucking have. It's not like we have like some vault that has every local band that ever fucking recorded a shitty demo on a 8-track cassette-based recording device.
Yeah, we don't have it.
We don't have it.
I mean, I think I had... See, here's the thing. I've been around for a long time. I'm old. And I have been in a lot of bands on the way up. And one of them was called... God, I think it was Butt Lint. Or it might have been... It was Unnatural Causes. It was some incarnation of that band, with Paul DeShepper and that.
Yeah.
What do I remember about that? Well, I remember going over to Paul DeShepper's apartment, and he lived just like like a death metal band would, or what is that called?
Was it like a
thrash? Like a thrash. In some thrash metal band.
I thought you were going to say it was like a heroin flop house.
Yeah. Like two couches with the spring sticking through stains all over them. Yeah. Beer cans everywhere. Yeah. The smell of bong water in the air.
On his breath.
At least this is what I remember. It might have been beautiful in there. Right. But in my mind, I saw this. And Paul DeShepper back then was, when I was in high school, he was the man. Everybody knew Paul DeShepper. He was like this drummer of all the metal bands. And of course, Mark Dettel was around that stuff. Anyway, I went and tried out for this band. What do you need?
Just a shot glass.
A shot glass? You can't drink out of a bottle like a man?
I just don't want to keep drinking out of the bottle.
Why?
Because I like to have it in front of me and like let the fucking...
Okay, so...
if you have anything.
If you can grab a shot glass.
Just anything?
Yeah, one that's got dust all over it.
Oh,
sure.
for fuck's sake. I don't want to fucking have to have my first 3
Really?
shots be just rinsing
This
it.
coming from the same man that when the coffee cup's sitting over there for a month,
Yeah.
you're like, I don't care about a few cat hairs. You're like, you don't care.
I said cunt hairs. I did not say cat hairs.
There's no cunt hairs in
God
this
damn
house.
it. I was drinking cat hair? This is an outrage.
Ow.
What happened? Your elbow?
Something wrong with my
Your elbow. Yep.
What was I talking about?
all that baggy
so I tried out for, I think, one of them bands, Unnatural Causes or something like that, and I think I might have had a tape of a few of their songs, which included the hits Who Farted?
Who Farted? Great song.
I think there was a song called Chunks.
Chunks. Love it.
Chunks, something like
Love
that.
it. Yep.
I can't remember the name of the rest of the songs, but I wanted so badly to be accepted by them people because they were obviously on the next rung of the ladder above me.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I wanted to,
yeah.
be in with them. But I obviously didn't make the band. I had a bowl cut.
You had a bowl cut?
Wore glasses.
Did you look like Mo?
Oh, I was horrible.
Did you look like Mo Howard?
I was ugly. There's so many times in my past when I was coming into the band world that I've actually heard the conversation of,
You should have like slapped their 3 faces and then poked them all in the eyes.
yeah. I don't know what you're talking
That
about.
was a fucking Three Stooges joke. God damn it.
I know that.
God damn it. Okay.
Where I actually heard the conversation, that pertained to, well, he looks like a dork, but he can play a little.
We can get him a wig. Let's
He can
get him a
actually
wig.
do them new arpeggio things that's happening these days.
Arpeggios. Because nobody pronounced it.
See, I messed it all up, Travis.
Yeah.
See, this is honesty. This
Yeah.
is why we do the podcast.
That is right, man.
I messed it all up.
Why? What do we? Yeah. No. Here. The raw nerve. The raw nerve.
Here's what I did wrong.
Okay.
See, I made the mistake when I was coming up playing guitar. My first hero was Ace Frehley. And I thought, man, if I could play Detroit Rock City or any Kiss song, I'm there, right?
Rich. You'll just be rich.
And then Yngwie Malmsteen hit.
Right. And you're like, oh.
And I'm sure there was stuff in between there to smooth the gap.
Couple things,
but
yeah.
I wasn't aware of it.
No, you just went right
here I am, a
straight
kid
to
in
Yngwie,
junior high in my bedroom or whatever, and people would bring over. See, that in that day when you heard new music, it was because people brought it over.
Yeah. Well,
to
that's
you.
it.
Hey, check this out.
But it was almost kind of like throwing down a challenge. Like, well,
Right.
can you play this? Can you play this?
Right.
What about this?
So I spent the next 10 years figuring out how to. Why are you doing that? This is a podcast. We're filming, and that flash
It's gonna do something weird.
is probably awesome. We're
probably gonna be like,
going into convulsions and shit. Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
His feet look interesting.
But I messed up. Why? What's wrong with your feet?
They're fucking green.
Oh, you got green toenail
Yeah,
polish on. Yeah. Which I admire.
Hey, thank you.
But then I spent the next 10 years of my life totally going down that road of trying to learn how to shred because I figured now you've got to be like Yngwie and you got to show off and be this great guitar player when that was just a fad. It kind of came and it went. And if you focus more on writing songs and, just being diligent and just being useful, everything you do be useful to the song.
Yes.
You'd have been on a better track.
Well, you'd be on a better track for music, but you wouldn't necessarily find yourself practicing advanced techniques because for the most part, songs don't really require that stuff. So it's a weird thing, man. I mean, it's the sort of thing where you have to be willing to admit that a lot of what's great in the world comes from the wrong ideas that people have and them trying to then make themselves do impossible things in the name of meaningless values. And then they manage it and then they end up maybe making something great. So, but neither you or I did that. We just sort of we're doing a podcast. You know
I would turn down hanging out with chicks.
Yeah.
It'd be girls try to call in the middle of me trying to figure out this run or something.
like,
I'd be
no.
like, what? They're like, hey, you want to hang out? No. And playing guitar or whatever.
Right.
And then you go to parties, you impress everybody and dude, man, and you're bros for life because you play guitar good.
Chicks
and then later on in your life, you meet your future wife.
Yeah.
Who's got like the box set of Poison in her trunk and like, and I'm like, you like Poison?
The trunk, the trunk-mounted CD changer.
And I'm like, you need to listen to Halloween. And she's like, what? I hate that operatic crap.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I never really paid attention to that opera stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Ooh. And I was like, this is not going to work.
See, I would have been with it.
No, you're going to have to get a camera and a mic.
Yep. Camera and a mic. Camera and a mic.
Don't throw
Camera and a mic.
us.
Okay.
I cannot stand poison.
I have not finished.
Camera and a mic.
Absolutely love
Camera and a mic.
operatic shit.
I've got another 20 minutes of talking about this to do.
All right.
To piss off the masses.
Keep rocking.
So,
I was a kid then.
but then I did introduce you to new, different metal, like stuff that was thoughtful, like Queensryche and Maiden and all that other stuff. And you kind of came around and understood what it was about. Halloween.
Yeah.
So she loves Halloween now.
Yeah,
and it's
right.
not just because of me. She actually understands what it's about and what
Sure.
they're doing.
Yeah.
And that now she can't stand Poison.
Okay, yeah. It goes the other way. Yeah.
Yeah. It just seems silly to her.
Sure.
But she was younger than me. I'm older and I'm more wise, and it took a.
Yeah, well, look at it this way. I think people get, at some point in their life, kind of deprogrammed from the central narrative of what's supposed to be cool or good. And some people it happens real early with. And I wasn't one of those kids even. Like, I knew a couple kids who, they were already on the cutting edge. They were already listening to stuff that was completely outside of anything that I knew. And I was like, ooh, or why? But it's because they had already received enough information from outside, let's say MTV, that they knew there was a whole world out there that was maybe even a better world than what MTV could offer. But we were still stuck in MTV. But then we got deprogrammed like when Metallica came around.
Yeah. See, I'm getting old, and I can tell you, like I said, this is all honesty, man.
Yeah.
I can look at bands that are out there playing, going through the motions, doing the poses, doing all the stuff that I used to do and feel cool doing.
Yeah.
And you know how sometimes you'll be on the road and there's like a dude on a Harley stop next to you, and he thinks he's cool just because he's got the ape hangers, he's got the Harley coat, and the Harley hat, and the Harley whole thing, and in my mind I'm going, God, do you have to have Harley everything? And you've proved your point. We know. Okay, you've got Harley stuff.
Yep.
And you look at it kind of like, ooh, and then you see the guys on stage doing that kind of similar thing.
Sure, yeah.
Wearing the brand or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Wearing the costume, and you just kind of go like, man, it just looks silly.
It does. It looks like a costume.
Yeah.
Like, when it was your identity, then you could look at something like that and see a person, right?
Right.
Now, the problem is that your idea of what a viable identity wasn't really enough information in order to be able to form a person. But you were just like, nope, that's a person. A person is a jacket. It's a pair of pants. It's shoes. It's a motorcycle or a car. That's a person. It's like now you look at that and you're like, that ain't a person.
I have gotten so jaded in my old age. I actually wore a t-shirt today with a huge print of Paul Stanley all in purple.
Yep.
Like on my shirt, and did not give two shits about going out in public, talking to people, whatever. Yeah,
you were
I'm
just
wearing another man on my chest.
Yep.
Right now, and Danelle, my wife was like, "Well, it is the Quad Cities, Brian, so you fit kind of."
Probably, exactly. Like, you might have to go a little west of here.
Am I embarrassing you, hon?
Yeah.
She's like, no, it could be worse. It could be worse.
Well, it could be like, what if you were a real biology nerd and you just always wanted to have like pictures of geckos or something? You know what I mean? Like,
or like any shirt you usually wear.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I've always got some kind of.
You're actually wearing a cool shirt this time. It's got an amp head on it.
Yeah. What you saying? I don't always wear cool shirts? There are days where I don't wear cool shirts. I always wear. I choose my shirts very carefully.
Yeah. But I am definitely not up on the fashions of, I don't wear, see, and I asked Danelle, I was like, if I, look at the singer for like Foreigner.
Yeah.
He's my age or older.
Yeah.
But he's in a big band and he tours. He's got to hold up that image of being the rock star, right?
Right.
And what does he do? He's got the shades on that are probably women's shades.
Probably.
Steven Tyler was good at doing that kind of stuff. He'd wear like women's shades and get away with it.
Oh, yeah.
Have to have like a scarf.
Yep.
Some sort of necklace.
When a man wears it, it's an ascot.
An ascot, whatever. What, a scarf is an ascot?
An ascot, yeah.
I thought that was the thing on your shoestring.
No. That's an aglet.
An aglet, okay. Whatever.
I don't know why I know both of those words. Jesus Christ.
Ascot?
An ascot? I thought that was a pair of underwear.
Like Freddy on Scooby-Doo wore an ascot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he could have been the singer of like some 80s band.
Absolutely.
But what I'm saying is like, okay, so I asked her, I was like, okay, I'm going to go get the Affliction boots and some $300 jeans with the like patches and cool stuff. Cause that was cool. And maybe a scarf and do a little bit of eyeliner, just a little, like I played a show last night and I didn't get all the makeup off.
Okay. Right.
And then walk around like that. I said, do you think I'd look cool like that? And she goes, no. You would look like
not.
an idiot. And I'm thinking, well, how come they can get away with it then? And she's like, well, they got to maintain some sort of image.
No, here's the
people
thing.
that still think that's neat.
No, here's my point. They can't get away with it either.
No, not
they can't get away with it either because we look at them and we're like, oh shit, you're there. Oh, I see where you are.
All right then.
You're there.
All right then. The next time that you see like Rob Zombie on a TV show or something, he comes in with like a hat and like some Bermuda shorts and some Crocs and socks. You know what I mean? You're gonna be like, that's cool, man. He's just being a normal person.
Yeah. Because he's a movie director.
No, you'd be like, Brian, come here. Look at Rob Zombie.
I would.
He looks bad.
She would.
Right now. He's being real.
Yeah.
She would. I would.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I would never. No, I would never.
Okay.
I would never be like, Brian, you got to get in here and see what Rob Zombie's wearing. Yeah. Oh, it's a disaster. Just come on. No, I would never. Absolutely never, ever.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is like, I still walk around. Here's what I'm trying to get at.
All right.
I wonder, and everybody does. Don't you wonder sometimes? Not that you care, but you kind of wonder if you could see yourself through the outside looking in at you.
Yeah.
You know yourself too well. You're too close to yourself.
Yeah.
So what do when you walk around, can you imagine and be egoless and just see yourself by what aesthetically you immediately look like to people and then react to that and be like, oh man, I'm a douche. You know what I mean? I look like an asshole.
Yeah.
Because I do that a lot.
Yeah.
In my older age, I'm like, here I go walking in somewhere with my hair down like this, and I'm like, oh God, everybody thinks that I think I'm cool now.
Right.
And I put it down for the podcast. I usually have in a ponytail or in a hat or something.
First time I've seen you with your hair down in a while.
Yeah. It's hot out.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, I mean, as far as that's concerned, Brian, I mean, there's no way that you can generate an unbiased perception of your You can generate an unbiased perception of yourself from some omniscient view. You can't. There's always going to be some set of values that are in play. Now, what you could do is try to say that, oh, somebody else has the opposite values or some other different collection of values when they look at me, and try to look at yourself according to those values. But that's still artificial.
Now, I see dudes that are real well put together. I'm like, man, why don't I just chop my hair and just turn
Why can't I get that kind of dick?
Yeah, why can't I?
Why can't I?
I wonder if that guy likes me. No, I just wonder. I wonder if I could pull off that look. But then you're always thinking of a look that you're choosing for everybody to see.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
If given, if given my own no rules, Brian, just wear what you want. You find me in Paul Stanley shirts and shorts and Crocs. And then,
this is my question. This is my question. Who are you impressing and what do you need from them?
Yeah.
And, when you start looking at things that way, you have a wife. I have a wife.
Yeah.
We can do all kinds of way pleasurable stuff just about any time that we feel the urgency to do it. Just about.
Until that bitch leaves you, and then you're at the fucking store buying all the new fresh shit. And it's like, here we go.
But that's the paranoia. That's the paranoia. That says that...
Hold on.
No, okay.
Hold on, Travis.
Okay.
You remember the Brian Miner you met, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you remember, like, Etnies shoes or, like, skater shoes, right?
Yeah.
Here's the story, okay? So, my ex-girlfriend and Billy Piper's ex-girlfriend left each other. Like our girlfriends left at the exact same time.
Okay.
And I remember calling Bill and being like, dude, she left me. And he goes, mine left too. Get over here.
Right.
And we spent the entire summer, Bill Piper and I, just talking about that.
Yeah.
And
bitches.
And he had the greatest idea. He's like, Brian, I'm sick of sitting around talking about this shit. We're gonna post up down in the district and we're gonna take over a bar, and there's gonna be, and he had all these big plans, and I'm like, I just want to hide, man. I just want to hide.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was like, what we're doing, we're gonna go to the mall, you're gonna get a little bit of a haircut, trim that hair up a little bit, and maybe get some shirts. Some Obey was cool then.
Right.
Obey. We're gonna get some Obey shirts at the
Obey.
Buckle or whatever.
Yep, there you go. There you go.
Well, okay, what was it before that then? I had Obey shirts before you.
No, you didn't.
and some cool in the new baggier pants or whatever. I'm not wearing the rolled 501s anymore.
What? No, can't give those up.
When you're with a girl, it's like time stops and like your fashion stops, and then when they leave you, then you got to figure out what's cool now. Oh, that ugly shit's cool.
Right.
Okay. Anyway, so I go get these fresh pants and these Etnies shoes and all that stuff. And my friends, I remember after a while after I met Dee, I was still wearing the stupid shit because that's the bait on my hook to try to find chicks. And I found one.
Yeah.
And my buddies were like, "The hell are you wearing on your feet, jackass?" And I'm like, "They're Etnies, dude. They're cool, huh?" And he's like, "No, them are stupid." I'm like, "What do you mean, man?"
But I would have been like, "Well, I ain't trying to fuck you,
I know.
you dope."
Yeah. But you know what though? I got to be honest though. When Danelle first met me, I was in leather pants, eyeliner, hair down. I was the rock image picture, right?
Sure.
And she was attracted to that.
But
I didn't know I met you.
But but I would say that ideally the reason why somebody stays isn't because of that initial image though. That's just what gets you in the door. As far as that's concerned, I think the paranoia is that if you're in love with somebody's persona instead of who they really are,
that's going to run out.
Then that must be the reason why they're in love with you. Is they're not in love with you, they're in love with your persona. So if something about that fades or crumbles, because persona are transitory, they expire, they fall apart. You can't maintain them. They're unsustainable. They're unsustainable. So if that's the case, then the paranoia is that as those things unravel, then that means the relationship should unravel because the relationship is based on the image.
We met a couple before that had been married for 65 years.
Oh, wow.
65 years. And they're still...
then they got a divorce.
And no, they're still married and they still live together.
Yeah.
And they're really old and everything, but
that's wisdom.
Them are the people right there that you really want to talk to,
for sure,
because it wasn't like easy going.
They're going to be honest with you.
Yeah, they know every single thing, and that's the most fascinating thing.
She's
going to
be like, "I hate this motherfucker," and he's going to be like, "Fuck this bitch."
Yep. You know what that dude did?
Yeah.
You know what the answer was? I asked. Okay, I did have the guts to ask a couple. They were married for 55 years.
Right.
I'm in a lot of different houses. I meet a lot of different families, and
for sure
in my business, and they always fascinate me. The ones that have been married for so long.
Right.
And I asked them, I said, "Really, what's the secret?" I mean, if you guys, and they basically said, "We stay out of each other's way, man."
There it is.
We respect each other and we stay out of each other's way.
Yep.
And the man will always say, "Get used to saying yes, dear."
That's right.
Because it's a much better life. It's peaceful. Don't let them take advantage of you.
No.
But understand
choose your battles, man. Choose your battles. Everybody's got boundaries. And everybody also needs to learn to let other people past some of the boundaries that they've used to keep themselves safe in the past. I mean, between those two factors, if you can, number one, understand where not to challenge somebody's boundaries, but then on the other hand, you can understand how you are there as a teaching tool, as a learning aid, essentially, to be able to make it so that people can de-establish some boundaries that they're destroying themselves with. That's a fantastic thing that a relationship can do. And it is not pretty. And it does not feel good. Yeah. Because these boundaries are there for a reason. Yeah. I mean, we put them there to keep ourselves safe.
Yeah, but you notice that like the media and movies and all that, when you go to see the movies, they don't show a lot of realistic stuff about relationships. They show like the funny stuff, like the stuff that we go through. They make it funny somehow.
Sure.
And you're not equipped. You don't have enough knowledge of the real hurt, like that heart beating.
Yeah.
Like you're arguing about something, and you're like, you're really lit, and you really want to say something mean, and you really have to restrain yourself and respect the person and try not to.
Right.
And then you slip and do it anyway, and then you feel like a jerk.
Sure.
I mean, you bounce around. It's like,
this is even the better part. Is like in that situation, you'll go through a whole thing, and you realize that it's some deep issue with yourself, and fucking time goes on and you'll work on it and you'll be like, cool, we made it and everything's cool. And then you'll discover some other fucking thing. And then you got to go through a whole thing with that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then you're like, I thought that we were good. It's like, no, we're not good because you're not good. Because I'm not good. You know what I mean? Like, you figure this shit out.
I wish you would just be on the podcast. Danelle, quit talking. You can't.
Camera and a mic.
You need a camera and a mic. That's irritating to people that are watching.
Yeah.
You're beautiful, and you should be on the podcast right now. I'm just telling you.
All right.
Anyway, so yeah, because you find out things. You know, when I first saw her, let's just face it.
We're just gonna be showing still photos of Danelle.
99% of what are you asking for? 99% of every relationship that you know of.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take it down. 80%.
80%. Okay.
80% of every relationship, I think, that you see started with a stimulation through the eyeballs of the aesthetics of the other human being, which made them want to then go talk to them. So girls, they have to know that if a man's talking to them, they want to fuck them. I'm sorry, Travis. I know you're going to say what you're going to say, but
I'm going to nuance that. I'm going to agree with you, but I'm going to add a nuance to it. I'm going to say that, though, what the aesthetic isn't just like a still photo of the person. It really is a bunch of subtle movements that they make with their face and with their bodies.
But they're not thinking about how they eat noodles. Or if they search for the right chip in the bag during a movie that's completely fucking irritating.
No, you got to figure all that shit out, and it's horrifying. It's the worst fucking thing.
Or if you're going to find them in Crocs
you
and
are
socks.
So beautiful. You are so beautiful. I want to spend the next 50 years figuring out everything I fucking hate about you.
Yeah, exactly.
This is fucking real, dude. And I'm committed to it.
She had no idea that I sometimes my feet, my socks like slip off my feet and flop around and shit, and I sit there in Crocs. Yeah. And guess what? I also, when I snore, I do weird stuff with my mouth. Yeah. I guess. And she tells me every morning. She's like, "Hey, Brian, you know what you did last night?" I was like, "What?" She's like, "You were like." Or whatever I'm doing. I'm like, really, that's nice.
Seriously?
And then and then she'll come in there.
Filming it.
Start filming it. Yeah. I know. She's like, "Hey, Brian, I got a video for you to watch. Check this out." I'm like, "Hey, you should put it on Facebook." I will. I'm like, don't.
How do you? No, this is kind of a diversion, but how do you feel about the fact that in our locality there's a bar called Hey Brian?
Oh, I love that. I love that.
All right.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows I'm all that and then some.
No, that's amazing. But yeah, that's what commitment is, man. Why is commitment so scary? Because it's trying to equate what it is that you can know about a person with what it is that you initially believe about a person. Yeah. And they're two totally different fucking things, man. Because the truth is ugly. There's no getting around it.
We're all human.
Is fucking ugly, man. Everybody shits.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, get a mic.
Mic and a
camera.
Mic and a camera.
Or you don't talk. All right, so because trust me, people will get 1,000 subscribers.
Don't you put up with that shit, girl. You get on that fucking microphone and you tell that motherfucker. That he can't talk to you like that.
Oh yeah, we're probably
exactly. Me too. Me too, Danelle.
Yeah, Me Too movement. Yeah. What was I talking about? Anyway. So yeah, when you first see somebody, you're looking at what they look like, some propped up version of themselves.
Yes.
And that you were like, "Oh man, look at that chick."
Yeah.
And see, I've learned in my old age, I'll look at a chick that's doing that and I'll strip everything off of her and try to see her in her sweatpants and no makeup and a ponytail. That's right, dude.
And she thinks you're undressing her. Yeah. Nope. You're undressing her, but then you're dressing her back up.
Nope.
In reality.
The third picture after your profile picture is the real you.
That's the real one.
Somebody tagged you in.
That's right.
At the zoo or something, and that's you. So
in the cage with the other buffalo.
And I can see you listen to rap music, so no deal.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I don't care how good you can prop yourself up. No deal.
Yeah, no deal. Yeah, that sucks, man. But I mean, that's what it is, Brian, is that everybody engages something called persona. And persona is useful. It makes it so we've got some kind of useful, like bland macaroni and cheese version of ourselves that we can put out there to make it so that we're more accessible to more people. And that's really useful because then you can start to figure out who can get close. Because here's another interesting point about persona is that to some degree, you can make some determinations about what a person is like underneath their persona by looking at the choices that they made about the persona they put forward. It's like, who wants to look like that? Who wants to act like that? Who wants to say those things? Oh, it must be somebody that has these sorts of deeply held values. Now, they might tell you that they believe something completely different, but the truth is that if you want to know what somebody's like, fucking watch them. You'll see the shit that they're doing, and that's how you know.
Of course.
What
you just said.
Everything I just said.
We both made bad decisions.
Yeah.
See, a microphone
to get together?
And a camera. You can't do that. You can't be in the background doing that.
But bad decisions to get together?
For sure.
No, I would say you made uninformed decisions. Well, but that's not to say it's no. In a relationship.
Excuse me.
It remains to be seen what the bad.
Excuse me, Travis, but this woman over here, this beautiful woman that's sitting over here that will not be on camera because.
This is going to be the most annoying podcast
I know.
ever.
I hate it.
Dude,
I hate it that you just
we
won't
need
be
like
on camera.
We should just like show a picture of.
All right, here. I'm not playing this bullshit no more.
Yeah. Come on, fire it
And
up.
you're gonna need a microphone. Oh,
Yep. Oh, no, do it, Brian, because then she'll fucking shit or get off the pot.
All right, whatever.
She'll shit or get off the pot.
Here's the problem.
Get off the podcast.
I know.
Shit or get off the podcast. Shit or get off the podcast.
I'm trying to shit. I want to get off the podcast.
All right, now I understand why our podcast sucks. Now I really I agree with most of the people that hate us.
Dude, it's unorganized.
Yeah.
The people are just fucking going off.
But here, I was just gonna say something,
Okay.
And then I want to get on to the next subject
Okay.
and get over the podcast here
Okay.
because you know.
You're going to have to add a lot of this shit out.
Right, and I want to get a few out, and if we do shorter ones every once in a while, then I can do more of them.
Cool. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we could do the after radio show podcast every week if we wanted,
Hey, that's true.
and I could
Because we started cranking those fuckers out fast.
Yeah. Look, man, I try. We try to do the MDR sessions. We try to do all these cool things, but
Yep.
in reality, I have a job.
Yes.
You have a job.
Yes.
We have family.
Yes.
I've had some new developments in my family. That microphone's not on. Do you want me to turn it on?
I just.
And by the way, you want to talk into the...
I'm
this
surprised that you don't know which direction that thing faces, honey.
Oh, shit.
going like this.
You'd be a great guest, though, Danelle. You'd be a great counterpoint to our dumbasses. And then you should bring your wife, too, and they could make fun of us the entire time. That's a great
Sarah
podcast.
would be very comfortable, though.
Anyway, Sarah would probably... Well, she'd
probably dominate the fucking podcast is what she'd do.
Would.
It'd be
I would crawl
the
under
Sarah
the
Disturbance
desk.
podcast.
Exactly. She'd fucking take over.
And she'd be... pull that up, Brian.
Yeah. It's fucking loudmouth.
Anyway, so I understand, to close that subject there.
Yeah.
I understand that every day of my life, this woman has to live with this wilting version of whatever it was that she thought was cool.
That's
But
right.
she's finding new characteristics and new things that I do that are valid and worthy and useful in her world. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a good father.
Yeah.
I'm a good provider.
Yeah.
I'm changing. My values change quickly as
Yeah.
far as like the band thing. I'm not out all chasing that dream all the time.
God.
I'm
Sure.
here. My focus is her and the kids, and I've talked to her about that. My first focus is this. Everything else from the outside, out of this circle,
Yeah.
matters none.
Yeah.
Matters none.
It matters less.
Well, it matters none. And if in reality, if they leave,
Yeah.
or they do it, because that happens sometimes. You'll
It
have
does.
friends come and go.
Yeah.
But your family has to stay.
Right. And I would say that the difference between the old value of persona that you had versus what it is that you're adapting now as your set of values is that the things that you're choosing are things that are not going to fade. You don't have to let them fade. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like physical beauty. These kinds of attitudes, they don't ever have to change. They can be your values for the rest of your life.
Right.
They're not like persona.
if
They're
she's-
like your
I think-
rock, you know?
I think the biggest mistake that people make is thinking that they are who they are right now. Like when people say like, be you, man. And you think about, well, who am I?
Right.
Well, who you are right now is not you. Who you are right now is somebody that's learning how to be you.
Well,
And when you
yeah.
figure out who you really are, and you know people like that, when you know they know who they are, and you admire it because you're like, dang, I wish I could figure that out because there's still some things I'm trying to work on.
Okay.
Okay, you might be one of them, Travis. You seem to be, but I still think that you're still in like a transition area of where you want to believe it, but you believe it, but not fully yet.
No, because I know there's and this is what I was going to bring up about what you're saying is that there is quite a difference.
Pop or something.
There is quite a difference between what somebody is and what somebody thinks they are.
Okay.
And, for the most part, what we're really trying to do is both become somebody who's capable of living a meaningful life.
Uh-huh.
That's one thing. But then the other thing is we want to rectify the thoughts about what we are to the actuality of what we are. And there are all kinds of reasons why we would want to trick ourselves about who we actually are in our thoughts. There's no avoiding being who you are. If somebody says, "Oh, you be you," it's like, okay, how can I not? How can I not be myself? I'm always going to be being myself.
But some people being themselves means that they're always evolving, they're always learning and being humbled by certain things that present themselves.
it
and
could
you
also
can always
be people deceiving themselves because people are the sort of people who would deceive themselves about who they are.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me just say this to
Go
you.
ahead.
You know how when people say, "Man, I don't care what you think, man." just that statement alone means they care.
You don't say anything if you don't care.
I guess.
Yeah.
If that's the actual projection that
That's right.
makes sense. But
That's right.
what I'm saying is, to be somebody that really doesn't care, I don't think that's really 100% possible. But I've seen people that seem to not.
Right.
You know, and one of them is a good friend of Minor Disturbance Radios. It's a listener of ours, Davo, the guy that makes videos. That guy, he moved to Chicago. He's fucking in the lakes every day, living the life with his, he's got a great family and he's got a great life. And
it took him a while to get there.
But that dude, see, with me, if somebody crosses me, I'll hold off before I break ties and do anything real stupid to make it so that I alienate them completely.
Sure. Yeah.
In fear of someday I might be able to rectify the situation.
Right.
This dude is like, no, fuck you, you're done.
Yeah. See, I'm kind of with him, man. I'm really kind of with him. Because although I will say this, that I think it's better, even though I spent most of my life kind of doing what you're talking about.
Thank you.
Where I would say, well, I don't want to burn any bridges. Well, the truth is that even if you cut ties and say, nope, fuck you, I'm done with you, this is it forever. The fact is that there's always a road to redemption. You could see that. Here's the arrogance. The arrogance of it, of saying, I will never, allow this person in my life again, is that everything that person's going to become or that they're going to do or that you're going to see them do in front of you. I think the key is to make it so that when you break ties with somebody, you don't do it out of pure emotion. You do it out of an intellectual, let's say, assessment that person is more dangerous to you than they are beneficial to you. And that's the truth.
Well,
people are dangerous and people are beneficial.
I'm not real good at that.
I'm learning it myself.
Like I've had friends completely burn me and my family and whatever, and I still don't fully block them on Facebook or anything. I leave the door open a little. You know what I mean? Just because it hurts, man.
It does.
Losing relationships hurts. And when somebody, does stuff like that, barring the fucking internet trolls that just want to say nasty shit to you.
Sure.
That's stuff that I've learned how to dodge and how to really see how transparent it is.
Yeah.
And the older I get, the more I can see what that really is.
Right. People are programmed for
teaching that to your kids is the hard part.
Oh, yeah. Well, you
want to go feel like me about it. That girl is jealous of you. She doesn't like the fact that you're prettier than her.
Yeah.
She wants to be mean to you.
Yeah.
All that stuff you can't bestow that on kids.
You can't intellectually tell them about it, but you can tell it to them in the format of narrative stories. You absolutely can. Kids will get that shit. But what I was going to say is that what you're talking about is this built-in emotional response that everybody has to what is called in-group versus out-group status. That it seems like there are some people, if somebody's mad at them, what they think is, the person that's mad at them is in the in-group. That must mean that I'm in the out-group, at which point you feel terrible about yourself.
We'll see.
There are other people that when somebody's mad at them, they're like, no, you just put yourself out of the in-group. I'm in the in-group and you're in the out-group and you should feel terrible about yourself. I feel great.
I hope I'm following you, but have you ever done this?
Go ahead.
And I know you have.
Yeah.
You can act like you didn't, but I know I have. If somebody messes with you on like Facebook, or, because we always talk about Facebook and how people could easily get your goat sometimes, just by saying some stupid shit to you.
Yeah,
like,
it still happens to me.
You're ugly, or you look stupid.
No, they'll say something
your
about
band sucks. You can't play guitar. Your podcast sucks. Your radio show sucks.
They
your
don't even
dick
say
is
anything
tiny.
about you.
Right.
They just espouse an opinion on something that you know is wrong, and you're like,
Well, it might be right. Who knows? But the thing is do you then go to their profile? And see if you have mutuals.
Okay, yeah.
And then you're like, oh, well, that's a good friend of mine that's a mutual with this motherfucker. And he's attacking me?
Oh.
Why are they still friends? He should be like, no, fuck this guy. He's fucking with my friend. You start to build alliances.
See, I don't do that at all. Yeah. I don't do that at all. I don't look at that at all.
And though you should not care about what they think, you validate their opinion.
Speaking of Davo, though, if anybody is... This dude, Davo, is one of them guys. He makes videos for like 3 Years Hollow. He makes great videos. This dude's a pro. When you see a music video from this guy, he's a savage.
Yeah.
Man, this guy has got it figured out. I don't know how he does it, but he is living the life. And from the outside looking in, it looks like he's got it figured out.
Yeah.
Anyway, this dude has zero tolerance for anything.
Yeah.
That's why I'm surprised he's even like a fan of this show. I'm like, ooh, he could turn on me in any second. I could say something.
Well, he probably looks at it. He's like, let's turn on the pussy report. See what these little fuckers These little wimpy little
somebody
motherfuckers.
Somebody like, yeah, I don't know, man. Brian's kind of, I don't know, your shit's kind of lame. And he'll be like, well, fuck you and fuck off and fuck you.
Yeah.
And like block him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, Jesus, Dave, will calm down. That was
Yeah. No,
but he don't care.
Well, the danger of doing that, and this is the other side of not just straight up obeying your in-group versus out-group emotional responses, which is that there's a lot of times where the people that you might, let's say, reject from your social circles, they might just be in possession of some information that could really help you out.
Yeah.
And you won't know it if they're just gone from your life.
Yeah. Well,
you just have to depend on the idea that whatever information they hold also is in the hands of somebody who is acceptable to you. So,
I wrote a song a long time ago when I was writing from my heart and just like by, what is that, state of mind or stream of thought.
Stream of consciousness.
Lyric writing.
Okay,
and I wrote, I'm never the one to go. No, I'm always the last to know, always the first to show, but never the one to go.
Yeah.
Okay. And to me, in my older days, I'm like, see, that's me.
Yeah.
That's me. I'm always the last to know, always the first to show.
Right.
And never the one to go.
Right.
I always want to be the guy that is, I'm here, man. I'm here for you. I'm the guy.
And then it's always like,
yeah. But I'm always the last to know that motherfucker don't really care about me.
Yeah.
And so anyway, no, you can't because you don't have a camera or a microphone.
oh, no, she got a microphone. She got a microphone.
You got two turntables?
You got two turntables and a microphone. That was a
two
good
turntables?
That was a good drum
See,
break.
that's another thing she's really good at.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Does it sound like we're trying to fight for mic time? I don't want to feel that way.
I don't know.
To people that are watching the podcast. But that's one thing she's really good at. If I slur a word or say a word wrong, like, you got two turntables, she'll catch that shit from another room. I'm on the phone. Like, you got two turntables? She's like, turntables? Ha ha! Fuck you.
See, that's what you love her, dude.
Yeah.
She keeps your shit honest.
Yeah. No, this conversation is wonderful.
Yeah, right.
But I want to kind of keep this to where we can keep it under an hour somehow. But
let's rein it in.
And we did the radio show earlier.
Yep.
And the radio listeners, who I don't know if it's a different section of people, because I don't know that podcast listeners actually listen on the radio, and the radio people, I don't know. I don't know how that works.
There's no way to equate the demographics.
Right, because we can't actually go into a place and see who our people are. You know, we can only just assume. So, okay, what I wanted to get to is I talked about on the radio show that we did tonight. People asked why I won't play a certain artist on the radio show.
Yeah.
The artist is Brandon Gibbs.
Yep.
And why are you laughing?
I don't know. Is that funny?
See, now, this is one thing. When I went into wanting to talk about this, because I do want to talk about it.
Yeah. Is this a serious subject?
Yes. Well, kind of. I mean, you can take it however you want. It's just my honest opinion. This is actual experience for me.
Okay.
First of all, I want to start by saying that I have nothing against Brandon Gibbs, the enterprise. Mm-hmm. I wish the best for him.
I mean, do you have respect for the work?
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought that's what you were going to lead with.
Well, let me just say how it is. Let me give you a little background on where this comes from. Okay. We were all young before. Okay. I'm 40. I'm used to saying 30
you
something.
Said 30 something.
I am 46 years old. Okay. I'm 46 years old. I have been young and thinking that I'm the badass, and a lot of these opinions that people have of me that when they knew me when I was young are very valid.
Yeah.
Of the person that I was then.
Yeah, if they're negative, it might come from the sort of things that you did. And,
sure.
Yeah.
And I can tell you this right now. I was hiding behind a facade of I wanted to be that guy, so let me hide behind what you might think of me and be that person for you.
Yeah.
And that came off a lot of times as being something that was not very palatable for people. And I didn't realize that. Okay. I wanted to be the man. I wanted to feel what it was like to be the rock star. And people were validating it by asking me for autographs, telling me how awesome I was and this and that. And then I had to go back to my life of just being me again.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've been through all that. And I've gotten older and I've learned a lot of things. I've been humbled. I've watched a lot of my good friends who, surpassed me in this whole music career thing and went off and did great things, and I've been humbled by that, and I've watched it happen, and I really truly am inspired by that.
Yeah.
And I've learned that, hey, look, that's the way my life went, and the way that their life went was different. Okay. My whole interaction with Brandon Gibbs has been, let's see, I've had like 4 interactions with him, okay? And they have all been very, very bad.
They've been negative.
They've been very negative, okay?
Okay.
And
Well,
I'm,
first of all,
Okay.
say what the context of each interaction is. I mean, where are you guys at? What are you doing? Start with the first time.
okay, well, every interaction has been in the arena of like a gig, or either my gig or their gig.
Right.
Okay?
So you're in performance mode.
I think the very first one
Okay.
was Sturgis.
Okay, Sturgis.
Well, I'm trying to remember. Was that the first one?
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Let me start this off first. I'm not bashing Brandon Gibbs at all. The first time I saw Brandon Gibbs play was when he was with the Gibbs brothers.
Okay.
I think it was a power trio, and it was he and his brother. What was his brother's name? Brandon and anyway, Brandon
Billy.
and Brent.
Brent.
Oh,
Brent
okay.
Gibbs. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
Obviously.
I saw that band, and did I think that they were talented? Absolutely.
Okay.
Was I blown away? No. Did I think that they were professionals? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially at the age that they were, and they had great instruments, and their backline was pro. They looked pro. They knew how to do the look with the whole thing.
Right.
And that was like, wow, they got their shit together. I respected them
Yeah.
as a band. I was like,
As a
okay,
band.
they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're doing that whole thing.
As
and-
musicians, as a band.
Sure. And I think the first time that I saw them was down at some like thing in Clinton or somewhere outside opening for some other band.
Okay.
And I was like, wow,
Good.
they're pretty good, man.
Yeah.
And then time went on, and I was like, oh, they're pretty good. So they were opening for Lynn Allen at some gig, and I was there with Bill, and I was like, cool. Gibbs Brothers are playing this one too, and I never had an interaction with them. I just watched, and I was
Sure.
like, oh, okay, they play covers and a couple originals. I listened to their originals, and I thought, it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
There's nothing that blew me away.
Yeah.
And that's just my taste. I was just
But it
like,
was just like, I don't hate it.
yeah, but I wasn't into that style of music.
Sure,
that much.
yeah.
I was into
Yeah.
heavier stuff, and,
Sure.
and that's my thing. So they could have been great
Yeah.
to most of the people, but to
Sure.
me, I was just like, all right, they're all right.
Yeah.
They're more look than substance to
Gotcha,
me, and
gotcha.
I've been accused of that myself.
Hey. Yeah.
But I can tell you this. I've learned in my older days to always say something nice before I say anything else.
That's the thing.
And I can tell you one thing, that Brandon Gibbs is very, very good at fronting a band. He's a really good front man. He knows what he's doing. When I watch him live, and I have a few times, he's really good at what he does on stage. Okay? That being said, the person that you see on stage and that personality that you see, that most people see, isn't the same Brandon Gibbs that I have met. Okay. So when you ask me, why don't you play Brandon Gibbs on Minor Disturbance Radio on 97X, I can tell you this. I want Brandon Gibbs to be successful. I want him to reach the heights of success, make millions of dollars, be successful as a musician, but I'm not going to be a cog in that machine that rises him up.
Gotcha.
Because I have had interactions with him that have left me with a bad taste in my mouth, and I think that there's something about that guy that is not authentic.
So did he, I mean, knowing what you know about yourself and your own, let's say, tendency to feel smaller or pushed out of the in-group, let's say.
I've never felt smaller than him.
Well, no, I'm not saying you did feel smaller. I'm saying that, do you think that the moves that he made were part of a program to try to make you feel smaller?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And here, let me give you some
That's the thing.
instances.
That's the thing.
And here's the thing. I respected him. The first interaction I had with him, I wanted him to be the cool guy that I thought he was.
Sure.
But he wasn't.
He wasn't.
Okay?
Yeah.
And so the first interaction was, I was playing on a stage at was it Sturgis? With my band Dive Bomb.
Okay.
Kenny? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was my crowd, my stage. And okay, when you're playing a gig and you're the one that's paid to be playing that night, you call it your stage. Okay, it's my stage. It's not. I don't own the stage. I don't own
Right.
the PA. I don't own. But it was my stage that night. It was my job to get the crowd going and front my band and do my craft.
Yeah.
That's what I was there to do. Okay, and then I remember turning around to Matt Finn to tell them what the next song we were doing, because I kind of led what songs we did on the set list, which ones we skipped, and I tried to control the flow of how the night was going, because I could read the crowd. That's my job, is to pay attention to what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I turn around, and behind the drums is Kenny, who I love. I love Kenny from Rascals. The owner of Rascals, Kenny Bailey, he's absolutely amazing. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Nothing against him. He happens to be in a band with Brandon Gibbs.
Okay.
And Brandon Gibbs happens to be his best friend.
Okay.
One of them.
Okay.
Okay. And Kenny's yelling at me, Brian. And I come over. I'm like, what's up, Kenny? And he goes, hey, Brandon's here, and he would like to get up and sing a song. Cool. And he goes, hey, Brian, make sure you introduce him as Brandon Gibbs from the Devil City Angels and Poison.
Right. Introduce him as this.
As Brandon Gibbs from the Devil City Angels and Poison. Yeah. I said, okay, I didn't know he was in Poison, but okay. Yeah. And so I go, cool. And I'm rounding the crowd up, and I go, hey man, we got a rocker in the house, whatever I said. I don't know what I said. I introduced him like I was supposed to, came back to the stairs that were between the drums and the guitar amp or whatever's on that side of the stage. There's a little set of steps. Yep. And he's coming up the steps, and Kenny's going to go behind the drums, and he was going to sing. Yep. And so I go to hand him the mic. He takes the mic out of my, don't ever make eye contact with me at all. Nope. Takes the mic from me. Yep. Got a packed crowd in front of that tent's packed. Yep. And they're having a ball. That's all our fans. That's all the people that were there to see me.
So this is T-ball at this point for him. It's T-ball.
That's my people. It's easy. It's a setup,
it's easy. Dude. It's a setup. The ball's right there. All he has to do is swing.
He's going to jump up there and be the star and then walk off. Yeah. Okay? So he comes up and he takes the mic from me, doesn't even look at me in the eyes and say, hey man, thanks.
No.
Shoulders me out of the way.
Really?
Yes.
Like makes physical contact with you.
Physical hit me in the shoulder walking past me.
Yep.
And then
I saw it.
Yeah, and then so did Matt. And then goes out to the front, does his thing, sings nothing but a good time, talk dirty to me, whatever he does. Yep. And then when he was done singing, he then takes the mic and sets it down in front of the monitor on the floor.
Does it start feeding back?
And no, I think the sound man was on top of it enough
thank goodness
to pick it
for
up.
That.
Okay. And then so he walks past everybody, doesn't say anything, walks off the stage, and makes me come out then, walk out to the front of the stage.
And pick up the microphone.
Bend over and pick up my microphone.
Oh, shit.
And finish the night.
How did it smell?
I don't know. I don't care. That's not the point. The point is if anybody asks me to be on stage to sing a song, I don't care if I'm fucking Bret Michaels or if I'm Brandon Gibbs or if I'm Jeff Tate.
Right.
I would say thank you very much. Yep. And I would say something about the band. Right. I would sing my songs, and I would hand the microphone back to the singer again and say thank you very much.
Sure.
And then walk off.
Now,
that's one instance.
Okay, now that's one instance. But do you think that instance is enough of a metaphor for what happened in the other instances, that it pretty much covers the basis about what this dude's deal is with you?
I don't know. I even gave him the benefit of the doubt because I said, because Matt Finn and I were talking. We went off the steps in the back of the stage and we were talking. Matt's back there twirling drumsticks and chomping on gum and like, you know what? Something ain't right about this. He's like, what we're gonna do though when he's done, is because now they're playing 2 songs on our set list,
right?
And now we have to adjust, which is fine. I'm a pro. I can. Okay, you sang a couple Poison songs. You actually know them dudes, and you're in with that. I'm not gonna. Hey man. So okay, and he's like, we're doing Smooth Up by the Bullet Boys as soon as we go back up, so that you can show this guy how a rock singer sings.
Okay.
And that's kind of the vibe. He's like, oh, you're the star? No, I'm the star tonight, man.
Yeah.
You were lucky that I let you on the stage to do your thing.
Right.
I don't care how big you think you are.
Yeah.
Be humbled and be nice.
Yeah.
I don't care. So I was offended by that. I talked to Kenny a little bit about it.
Hey, dude.
Kenny said, hey, man, you know what? Sometimes people are, maybe he was in a bad mood. Maybe he'd had something to drink that night, because he likes to drink. Yeah. Maybe he didn't even know he did that, Brian.
Yeah.
Fast forward to when we're playing the after show at Rascals, and we have a pretty good crowd after the Kiss concert. We have an after party, and there's a ton of people there. And I'm up there singing with Diebomb again. Yep. And then the same thing happens again, where Kenny says, hey, Brandon's here. He wants to sing on stage again. And I was like, okay, I could be a dick and just set the microphone down in front of the monitor and let him come get it.
Yep.
But I didn't. Same thing happened.
Did the same thing. Same routine.
Same thing. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Every interaction that I've ever had with him has been very strange because he is in the business. He is somebody that should be because look, I put down my guns a long time ago.
Right, dude.
I've had some high profile offers for me to play guitar or do stuff like that. But as soon as my first child was in the oven, as soon as my wife was pregnant, I knew that I wasn't going to do any of that.
Right.
And so I put my guns down and I decided this is what I'm going to do.
Sure.
Okay. And so I'm not a threat to anybody. I'm just up there singing 80s cover songs, trying to have a good time, trying to relive my youth, have a good time. And I would expect that somebody like Brandon Gibbs, that's in the game still, would respect that and be like, hey man, good job or something. Just acknowledge me in any way. That man's never said one word to me except for when I was at the Tax Slayer Center when Brandon Gibbs' band was opening for, I can't remember who.
And you shot the video for
I shot the video for them. Kenny asked me to, and I came in there with my cameras and I'm setting up my cameras. I'm doing my thing and I'm, setting up. And I'm outside. My wife and I went outside to have a cigarette, and here comes Brandon out of the back door, and now he's cornered because he has to walk past us too, and he has to say something or look like an asshole.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey man, what's up, camera boy?"
He said, "What's up, camera boy?"
What's up, camera boy?
Boy.
Right.
Camera boy.
And I said, "You know my name." And he kept walking.
That's it.
And he does know my name.
He does know your name.
So I'm like, okay, there's one of two things happening. Either he's a complete fucking asshole, okay, and because he preaches about all this bully stuff all the time, and I watch him. I'm friends with him on Facebook,
right?
I watch what he does, and I'm like, see, I know there's a good dude in there. Why is it that me, of all people, I've never even talked to the guy,
right?
Why does he pick me?
Yep.
Am I a threat to him somehow? Is there something in his ego that's like, that dude right there I don't like because he thinks he's cool? And, or whatever it is that is,
it could be. It could be that.
That's my explanation.
Yeah.
Of why I will not play Brandon Gibbs on my show.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna cater to anything of his.
Yeah.
I wish him success. I think he's really good at what he does. He's a decent guitar player, decent singer.
Yeah.
He writes decent songs. Go buy his record. Go see him play live.
Sure.
I'm not trying to get anybody to not listen to him or go to his shows.
Sure.
All I'm saying is my interaction with him. I can't stand up here and be a fake person on the radio and say, this is the latest from I'm not going to do it. I can't because that dude has been nothing but disrespectful to me.
Yeah.
And I don't have any time for that.
Yeah.
I'm no threat to him.
Yeah.
I'm just some other guy. Shit, if all he would have to do is say, Brian, you know what? I think I was kind of a dick to you.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
He would just have to
I was in the moment. You know how that happens.
Own it.
And I'm like, cool,
acknowledge
man.
it.
Now let's talk about guitars. I'm fine.
Yeah.
But
he would have to acknowledge it and face the awkwardness of that.
He's been at just straight dive bomb shows before in his VIP area at Rascals.
Yeah.
And watched our show, and I've sang my balls off. I mean, I've done great shows there.
Yeah.
And my band played well, and he doesn't say a word to any of us.
Well,
I would be like, dude, that was fun. That was awesome. Whatever. You got to be humble. You have to be nice to people.
Let me tell you a similar experience that I've had. My wife is an employee of John Deere, and for a long time she was working in the design engineering department. And, a lot of these guys that were there as design engineers have a lot of education, and they've worked very hard for very many years in order to get their engineering degrees, sometimes masters, sometimes even doctorates. I mean, these guys are serious mechanical and electronic and, just very serious high-end engineers, who then went to business school so they could learn how to manage other engineers, So, I've been to Christmas parties with groups of these guys who are being paid 6 figures a year to do this work. And it's very intellectually centered work. So here I am at this Christmas party, and I call myself an engineer because I'm involved in audio production. And I begin to have conversations with these guys just as regular men, just as peers, right? As if the place that I'm coming from on planet Earth and the value that I have as my birthright is equal to theirs, even though I don't do the same work that they do, but we share the same title. Or at least I presented myself as if we shared the same title. And I'll tell you what. I've been met with probably the worst social rejection that I'd ever been faced with since like junior high.
Yeah.
Being at these parties with these guys. Because they can't treat me as if I'm like one of them. Because in their eyes, I didn't do the same things they did. And I didn't achieve the same things they achieved. And I didn't, torture myself in the same ways that they tortured themselves. Now, they don't know what my tortures are. I've tortured myself in other ways. I might be a more advanced being in some other way, And when I have conversations with these guys as if I'm a peer, you know me, Brian, I'll start talking about some very deep ideas.
And they won't understand you.
Oh, they'll understand me, and they won't like it.
Yeah.
They won't like it.
Okay.
And it's
I
not...
see the parallel, man.
You see what I mean? That it isn't...
Parallel.
It isn't that they have to think that I'm not as good as them, or that I'm not as smart as them, or that I'm not as educated as them, or that I'm not a real engineer.
What is it?
It's that they can't have me as a peer when I haven't, in their minds, achieved at the same level that they have. So they can't allow me into their group without, and if anybody does allow me, then they have to save face to the rest of the group.
Okay. Well,
right?
I can tell
and I'm not saying it's an exact parallel, but there are forces like that in play that make it so that people need to reject other people for these reasons that have little to do with them being like some kind of threat.
Okay.
And more to do with maintaining like the surface tension on what they believe is this bubble that they live in. Okay.
When you're talking about like the band world and stuff, like with musicians, I mean, I can see the parallel.
You see what I
with
mean?
Like,
dude, I played at the blah, blah, blah. I've played at this and that. I've done this for however many years.
You see, I guess what I'm trying to figure out is if... Now, Brandon Gibbs is very accomplished. He had some connections. He's like, and I'm not trying to be rude here, but
no,
I would say that Brandon Gibbs is kind of like the AAA baseball league of being a rock star.
Absolutely.
Okay? He's not the big leagues, and he's not like a nobody.
That's because rock stars aren't the big leagues anymore. That's the thing, dude.
Okay, but I love watching his life because I get to see what it's like to kind of be in that area of like... right there where you're kind of with some names doing the thing, right? And you're being Brandon Gibbs, and now he's doing his own thing and trying to do his thing. I get it, man. I'm vicariously watching what he does because I'm inspired by it. Because guess what?
Yeah.
Like I said, when I had kids, I stopped all of it. I was like, okay, I'm done with that. That's something that I'm going to put down now and move forward with my life.
Right.
And one thing that just drives me absolutely fucking bonkers about these guys that do that is how then they use that when they're gone for a few weeks on the road with some band about how bad they miss their children. Like, oh, I should... I just can't wait to get home and see my family and all this stuff. And I'm like, look, you don't fucking have to do that, dude.
It's not like you work on the fucking river.
Don't fucking cry to me that you're still out there chasing some fucking dream and you're missing your kid's stuff.
Yeah.
You could be at home right now.
You could.
Take your fucking scarf off and get a job.
Ascot.
I'm sorry.
Damn it.
Whatever. That bothers me deeply. But the thing is, okay, I get it. You're out there chasing the dream, and maybe everybody understands that.
Right.
As a matter of fact, his twin brother did the same thing I did. He's now a police officer, and he's living a family life. And by the way, the dude's hilarious, too.
Yeah.
The dude could be a comedian.
Yeah.
He probably should have been.
Yeah.
But he probably don't want to be away from his kids.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah, because life on the road is no place to start a family.
When you're gonna, even if I were to make it to like the big leagues, to where I had a record label and I actually made a couple $100,000,
you could be a backup dancer for Beyonce.
Yeah, there you go. Backup dancer for Beyonce.
Yeah, right.
It comes with a price, man.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned humility earlier, and I don't disagree with you about any of that if that's what's going on. I'm just saying that from the standpoint of humility, ultimately, what you have to, let's say, trust is that whatever the lessons are that this man needs to learn, they are not necessarily in counterpoint to whatever lessons that you need to learn, and that the learning will happen. regardless of who stands up for what thing when. And that's what the humility can teach. Yeah.
Maybe he never even noticed any of it.
Sure.
And he'll probably claim that.
Sure. You're not wrong. And everybody already knows it. That's my point, man.
And I'm not... Look, Travis...
Everybody already knows that.
My point right now is not to be right.
Yeah.
It's not to be wrong. It's about to express to the people that ask me, why won't you play Brandon Gibbs on your radio show? And here's why I won't. Because he won't show me enough respect for me to respect him.
Yeah, you don't respect the dude.
And he knows who I am, he knows where I'm from. He's seen me a few times, and he still wants to act like Brian who? Why is that?
Think back to the beginning of this conversation, Brian. What was the first thing that I asked you?
Do I respect him?
Do you respect him? And I was like, first I said, because you were going to, because you said it yourself, that the thing you do is you lead with a compliment before you start making criticism.
Man, I'm not saying,
and I was giving you the opportunity to either pay him that compliment or withhold it because it's not true.
Man, I'm 46 years old, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be out here like bashing anybody. This is not a bash at all.
You ever heard the term namaste? You ever heard that before? Namaste. You know namaste? Do you know what namaste means? It means the divine in me acknowledges the divine in you. That's what it means, man.
Cool.
And I'm telling you that you can sense it deeply when it's not the case.
Yeah.
Right? And when somebody does not give you namaste, it cuts, man.
Well, it doesn't really cut. It's just
cuts
something
enough.
Like, hey, I can't respect you then.
It cuts enough to make it so when somebody's like, hey, play some Brandon Gibbs, you're like, fuck
Travis,
no. I'm not playing that dude shit.
You and I both have talked to people that are in the big fucking game, okay?
Yeah.
They're in the big fucking, they're already in the big machine.
Yeah.
I've seen it before. I've got friends.
It's weird how much they don't like it.
I've got friends that are touring the world, that are doing beautiful things, seeing everything and playing the big shows, arenas every night, okay? And they respect me. They talk to me.
Yep.
Do I look up to them? Sure.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Do they feel I am a threat to them? Absolutely not.
No. Probably because on some level, they still look up to you.
On
some level,
they respect me.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all I ask for.
That's what I'm saying.
Is a little bit of respect, and I'm a human being. I've been in this scene too.
So if two people are looking up to each other, really they're just looking across at each other.
See, I wanted to like
peers,
I wanted to like the Brandon Gibbs and his brother and the Gibbs brothers. I wanted to like all of them.
Yeah,
but Brandon, I don't know about his brother.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't ever really talked to that guy, but Brandon, I have had interactions with him. As a matter of fact, when Dive Bomb was, it's a cover band, 80s cover band, opening for, was it Night Ranger? It was Night Ranger and I can't remember the bands, but Brandon Gibbs was in a band that was after, we were the first band and he was after us, okay?
Right.
And I remember we had a dressing room that was nothing but concrete walls, concrete cinder block walls, and we had a bathroom.
Yeah.
And I think Brandon had the fucking hockey team locker room. I think. I don't know. He had a good dressing room.
Right.
And we're in our dressing room, and Matt Finn and me, and we're like, hey, we get free beer too? Well, shit, bring us some beer then. They're like, you get whatever you want, guys.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, we ain't used to this shit. Yeah, we'll take whatever you got. And they're bringing in the cart with beers and ice, and we're just happy to see something that, oh, cool, we get beers and we get to play. Cool.
Right.
We're going to have a good time. And here comes Brandon Gibbs to the door. Don't. We open it up, and here he is. He's like, he looks, he goes, oh, you guys got a bathroom? I was like, yeah. Well, didn't you get one? He goes, no, we don't get a bathroom. I'm like, and I said, hey, we'll switch dressing rooms with you if you want. I mean, you can have ours. We can go into wherever you're at. Well, I don't care. We got beer. We're going to play. We're happy. And he's like, oh, fuck it. And he fucking walks off, all storming off. Like, whatever. You saw it.
Right.
Everybody saw it. And we were like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I've had many altercations with this guy that I'm just like, wow, dude, you could have been so much cooler.
Yeah.
If you want the respect of your peers and your fans. If you're going to act like one way to your fans, be that way to your peers too.
I'm making the case that it sounds like you weren't peers from his perspective. Is that and that's too bad for him. Because I agree. Because one of the great things that people can do is we can form what you might call amorphous hierarchies with each other. In other words, we'll always be on an even keel with each other. But if a situation comes up where you need to take the lead because you're specialized at solving this type of problem, you can take the lead and I'll take the lower status position during that time, and we'll work together in that configuration until the problem is solved. We'll go back to being equals, and if another problem comes up that I can solve better than you can, I can be above you.
There you go.
Right? And
okay,
that's a marvelous place to be. But here's the thing. If you're still operating like an animal on some level, or more like an animal, then you take on what are more rigid hierarchical characteristics. And then anything that threatens that rigid hierarchical structure then becomes something that causes the person to have a major negative emotional reaction.
Okay.
In other words, the lead dog is essentially being challenged by an underling dog.
But I never felt that way.
I never felt that way. You never felt that way.
Sure. I mean,
and I'm not saying he did, because I don't know the man. But I can tell you that everything that you've described to me absolutely speaks of that kind of a rigid hierarchy.
Maybe.
I'm at the top,
There's
and
no
anything,
way. There's
any
no
little
way.
symbol, any little indication that I'm not getting every privilege that you don't get.
Yeah, whatever. I don't
That's
care.
a problem for me.
I would have been just as cool as if you rolled up in a private jet and then went into a limo and came in. I would have expected at least I've met rock stars.
I know.
And they've been respectful.
Now, you met Kiss.
I've met Kiss.
Now, were they respectful?
Absolutely.
Were they, seriously?
Well, they were scared of germs.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't be? You're coming to Davenport. You don't want to shake hands with every single fucking
But more
Quad
than
City.
you, I respect the germs that are on your hands, so we're not going to be touching each other.
I want to close this show with just one more statement.
Okay.
You said that I did the video for them when they were playing at
that's right.
the Tax Slayer when they opened for, I forget who it was.
Yeah.
But I then had to decide, do I want to be a professional and make Brandon Gibbs look good?
Yeah.
Or do I want to be a dick and then make it look bad?
Right.
I made sure that every time Brandon did something cool and every time he did a cool lick and he looked cool, the camera was on him.
Perfect.
Why? Because I respected him, even though he was a dick to me.
Yeah.
I respected the fact that he was Brandon Gibbs, and I would want the same thing because people make mistakes.
Yeah.
He might be somebody that just doesn't really understand all that stuff.
Yeah.
As quickly as I did.
Maybe.
Because I completely understand it now.
Yeah.
When people come up to me and say, "Oh, I remember when I met you. You thought you were the shit." And I was like, "I'm sorry about that,
dude,
man. I really am sorry about that."
If we had to spend the rest of our lives paying for every dumb thing we did when we were younger, oh my God, no. And this is kind of one of the things that kind of bothers me about the way things are working out at large is that everybody's sure that everybody else has got it wrong, but nobody is talking about what the path to redemption is.
Yeah.
When you've made a mistake.
Yeah.
What's the path to redemption? How do you get back?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
You have to allow it. They
respect
have
that,
to
man.
allow it. Yeah.
Great statement. But
Yeah.
for me, it's, if I can say anything, it's Brandon Gibbs. I don't buy it anymore. I don't buy into it.
Yeah.
I don't subscribe to it.
Yeah.
I want to talk to the human being.
Yeah.
If you see me, say hi.
Yeah.
Just be nice. Just be a normal human being.
Yeah.
Don't cast me out just because you know that I was some other singer or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care about any of that.
No.
Come up and say hi like a man. I don't give a fuck if you're the best goddamn golfer or the best goddamn tennis player or whatever you think you're the best at.
That's right.
I'm just another human being.
That's
you know what I
right.
mean? When I pass the mic to you, say thank you. Be a fucking man.
Multicellular organisms emerged from a
Jesus
woman's
Christ.
vagina, gonna die.
What is he? 40 something? He's
got to be about my age.
yeah. Well, whatever. But he still hasn't figured out that you just kind of, you're a human being. Some people ain't buying into it anymore. I don't care about the scarf, the eyeliner, all the bullshit. I don't care. It doesn't mean shit to me anymore. What means something to me now is being a human being to other fucking human beings.
Yep.
Be one.
Thank you.
Easy.
I'm going to be an extraterrestrial to you, Brian. That's how I'm going to do shit from here on in.
I give him the benefit of the doubt. He still has an opportunity, Travis. He still has an opportunity to maybe make amends because it won't take much for me.
Yeah.
It won't take much except for, like, really, you felt that way, Brian? Sorry about that. That's all it would take. And the next time I see him, I'll buy him a beer. Like, what's up, Brandon?
That simple act right there is sometimes the greatest miracle.
Because I've done the same shit.
Yeah, I have too.
When I was in my fucking 20s, I did the same shit. And I have to do that all the time. And I'm sorry about that, man. I was a fucking dick.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Brian, I'm just saying this, Brian. That part of the reason why I said I'm here to try to help keep you honest is because, Brian, I need you to help keep me honest. And the reason why is because neither of us are in possession of the entire truth about what it is that has happened, about who it is that we are, or, of course, about what it is that's going to happen. So that's the thing to be humble before. That's the thing to try to remember as you're spouting your passion, is that as complete as it may be, there's always more. There's always more. I totally feel your pain about this shit. But there's always more.
Yep.
There's always more. There's more to you. There's more to him. There's more to me.
Absolutely.
There's more
I
to the
said
situation.
it earlier.
Yeah.
I said it earlier.
Yeah.
The person that we are right now is not the person that we are.
Totally.
We're always learning, always progressing. And I'm not even the person that I want to be yet. He's obviously not the person that he wants to be yet. You aren't the person that we're always working forward. And that's a good human to me. Somebody that can progress, learn and be humbled and learn how to be a person.
Yeah.
Because none of this aesthetics, rock stardom, any of this works anymore. It's not real.
No.
You can't fucking touch it.
No.
It's a fucking feeling.
It's somebody that you've had a terrible falling out with or a terrible relationship. You figuring out the way to go back and take responsibility for your own hand and how things went. It doesn't necessarily mean you even talk to them, but it means that you admit to yourself and probably the other person what it is that you know about what it is that happened now that you've got some perspective on things.
There you go. I'll close this show with I wish the best for Brandon Gibbs. I want him to reach the heights. I said it before.
Yep.
Go do what you got to do. Go kill them all, man. But show respect on your way up and on your way down. So I want to thank everybody for listening to the podcast. This was fucking crazy, man. I love it. I love it. All you 5 people listening to our stupid podcast and all the 25,000 of you that hate us.
Yep.
We love you all.
Part of me is like, if you hate us, fuck you too, buddy.
Yeah.
And we'll see you. We'll see you when we all
You'll be
figure this
watching.
shit out and we'll realize that there's nothing between us.
Minor Disturbance Radio. We'll see you next time. So cool, Travis. Thank you so much, man. Always a pleasure, my friend.
That was awesome.